All right, so we're going to watch Andrew and Tristan Tate talk about their arrest. They go into full detail here, and it's freaking insane, man. And not only is it insane, it's just like completely illegal for what happened to them. Like there's no way that this is actually something that should be capable by any government to do. Just to arrest just two guys. I mean, they really aren't freaking murderers. They're not like, it's not like Hitler and his bodyguard or something, you know? It's just two guys on the internet that speak out against, I mean, what do? They encourage men to fucking work out a little bit, you know? They talk about John Cena wearing a dress and how it's satanic. So the United Kingdom government has to go into Romania and arrest them for like something that doesn't even exist. It's really just crazy, man, honestly. And there's people out there that like applaud the United Kingdom for doing this, but it's like, you gotta think big picture here, people. You can't let a government just not abide by any laws and do something completely illegal just to arrest two people that they don't like. I mean, there's no reason that you should want to live in a world where that is possible. It's going to lead to just complete chaos and complete control by the government. Is that what you want, people to just be completely controlled by them? Have no freedoms? I mean, it's fucking insane. Let's get into what they had to deal with. They go into full detail here. It's a little long of a clip. We'll watch it, and then I'll give my thoughts at the end. Let's do it.
I'm going to explain to you how this works. Romania has a system called preventative detention. If you're suspect of a crime, they could put you in jail before you get a chance to explain yourself in court. That's why me and my brother did 3 months in jail last year. England doesn't have this. If I had been extradited to England, I would have went there, they would have questioned me for a few hours, and I would have been completely free, lived my life in England. Perfectly fine.
Bail.
Wouldn't even need to come back to Romania. The judge said, do you, Tristan Tate, want to be extradited to England? I said, no. I want to stay here and clear my name. But what the UK were really trying to do was not to get me extradited and face questioning and be free in England. They were saying, look, Romania, he's a dangerous criminal because we allege he did something to somebody in 2012. I don't even know who I allegedly did anything to. There's no name on the paper.
No name. Please.
2012.
Please understand. A warrant came through saying in 2012.
No, not that. It was more specific than that. It said Tristan committed acts of sexual violence, too rough during sex, to a victim in 2012 between the dates of, do you remember? April and December. 8 months. That's what the paper said. And England said, look, Romania, he's really dangerous. We know you've got him on trial, so don't extradite him yet. But what we want you to do is put him back in prison using your preventative detention system, which we don't have, to lock our citizen up in your underfunded prisons until the date of his trial, which could be a year or two from now. I was this close to a 1 or 2 year prison sentence, unending, maybe 3 years, perma jail. And you know who saved me? A Romanian judge who thought, I don't know her thought process, and I'm sure her thoughts are more eloquently put together than mine, but she thought this is a load of crap. And she said no. She said no. You can't. I know the mainstream media are saying a judge said that they can be extradited after. No. The judge said this. I am not putting these boys in jail because I spent the last 30 hours in jail again, back in the same jail. I'm free. The judge said, release these men. I am not going to put them in jail. They can stay free if, UK, if your investigation is still going on when this is over, then you can have them. They're your citizens. If your investigation is still going on when this concludes, then I'll send them back. But until then, no, I'm not going to lock these men up in jail. A Romanian judge this morning saved me from a 2 or 3 year open-ended perma jail sentence.
Now, what's interesting about the UK doing this is, one, I don't know how much has been leaked to the media or how much is said on Twitter, because my brother and I have to be careful. But just so everybody at home understands, Romanian case is falling apart because it's garbage, and we are soon going to be completely free men.
Of course, that's
because we're innocent. The UK know this. They must have heard, our matrix attack in Romania has failed. So we now need a matrix attack against them in the UK, but we have a big problem. They haven't even lived in England for 10 years.
Yeah, I haven't lived in England for a decade.
So how do we drum up cases? Well, we do have a case which we've already closed. Let me give you the rundown of this case. In 2012, a girl got very drunk in my apartment. I've said this publicly before.
You threw her out.
She drank too much alcohol and threw up everywhere. I then kicked her out of the house and said, get out. You made a mess and you've been sick everywhere. She then said, you owe me money. She started texting me, threatening me, saying if I don't give her £5,000, that she will go to the police
And ruin your life.
I saved all the text messages from this liar. I was then arrested by the British police and thrown in jail on this girl's lies. And the CPS took her phone and found her not only texting me and threatening me and trying to extort me for money, but also planning with her friend how to lie to the police so that we will go to jail. The CPS then threw this case away. Case closed, no further action, innocent men, done. Then this matrix attack happens in Romania, and this girl thinks, I can get money. So she sends a little dork. She hired her lawyer, who's a DNG. He's about this tall. And he runs up to my gate and says, my clients want 100,000 pounds. Can you give us money and then we'll leave you alone? I said, I'm not giving you money. It was $5,000. Now it's 100 grand. I didn't do anything to you. Go away. So then he's run back to UK and convinced the UK, because we're going to win this case, to turn a case which was closed, which then went into a civil case where they were begging me for money, into criminal charges in an attempt to extradite/remand us in perma jail from an event that I was already cleared of any wrongdoing back in 2012. They reopened it to try and put us in jail because they had nothing else.
I was 23 when this was supposed to have happened.
There is no man on the planet. Please understand this if you're watching at home. There is no man with dick and balls on this planet who, if every single one of his ex-girlfriends, who he no longer has contact with, was called and offered 50 grand to lie, especially as she has no repercussion, no public face in the media. She doesn't have to walk down the street and worry about people knowing she's a liar. She gets a fake identity, everything. All she gets to do is take the money and talk crap. Who wouldn't take that money, one of the hundreds, and all the 99 who says you're a nice guy, they're ignored, lying by omission. All the ones who say you're a nice man, they ignore all those ones. They take this one who will take the bribe so they can drum up garbage charges from 10 or 12 years ago. Tristan, 12 years ago, in this random period of 9 months, we think you did something. How do you even defend yourself? Against who? There's no name on the paper. Who are you talking about? What location? What time?
What did I do?
What happened? Nothing. Sexual violence. We don't know where. We don't know when. We don't know against who. Maybe at some point in these 9 months, 11 years ago, send this man to jail without a trial. First, they come for us, but they're coming for all of you. And if you're a woman watching this, you have a boyfriend or a son or a father or a brother, he is no longer safe. If he starts to tell the truth against the satanic agenda, they will come for him the same way they've come for us. And they only need one lie. You know what the scariest thing about it is, Tristan? I have a sneaking suspicion.
Go on. That the girl doesn't even exist.
Sophie never existed in the BBC.
Yeah, I know.
Because there's no name on these papers. Who says this person's even real? There's no proof of anything. There's no medical records. There's no pictures. There's no videos. There's nothing.
I mean, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy that they got arrested in Romania by the United Kingdom on a case that doesn't even exist? It was actually closed 10 years ago. They got arrested in a different country, or by a different country in a different country, for a case that was closed because it was proven not real or whatever. Now they weren't guilty of it. And the things that they're being accused for now, there's no detail into what actually happened or any specifications of what actually happened and the time it happened and the location it happened. And even with the person that is accusing them, there's no name. I mean, imagine getting thrown into jail for something and there was no name attached to the person accusing you? Isn't that fucking crazy? I mean, honestly, put yourself in their shoes. Imagine yourself right now getting taken out of your house and thrown into jail. And you ask them, what happened? And they just say, there's a woman that accused you of rape like 10 years ago. And you're like, a woman that accused me of rape 10 years? What's her name? Who is this? And they're like, don't know. There's just a woman that accused you. You have to spend the night in jail. Be like, what the fuck? Not even the night in jail. You might have to spend eternity in jail, you know? And you're like, dude, what? There's no name on this? There's no location? What the fuck? How do I prove my innocence? So I don't know, man. There's people out there like Hassan Abi. You ever freaking heard about that kid, Hassan? What an absolute loser he is. But there's people out here like him that applaud the fact that, you know, the United Kingdom government was able to do this to them. And it's just fucking like, it honestly doesn't make any sense to me. And it's really scary that there's people out here who really think Andrew and Tristan Tate are like the devil and like evil. I mean, I just don't understand it. My personal opinion, I guess, you know, it's good to live in a world where everyone has their own opinions, but I really don't understand why anyone would applaud the fact that the United Kingdom was able to do this. It's fucking sick. And it's complete tyranny. It's what America was fighting against, goddammit. So that's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down below. I'll catch you in the next video. The next video is going to be Andrew Tate talking about, just talking about some other stuff. It was really motivational. So that's going to be the next video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.